So, people, it appears that Gary Lineker has quit the BBC and he will not front. It's 2026 World Cup coverage after explosive anti-Semitism row. Yeah? And obviously, this is a tweet that I saw from Transfer News Live. And obviously, the source is the Daily Mirror. So, I'm assuming, well, I'm not assuming, you can actually just go and read this article on the Daily Mirror. And truth be told, at this point, with someone as big in the game as Gary Lineker, yeah, y'all probably already know about the scenario. But I just wanted to, add my 2 cents onto it. And look, I'm not really going to speak about it from the angle of, Palestine versus Israel and give my personal opinions on the matter. I'm not going to lie to anybody. I'm not super educated on the whole scenario. The only thing I know is free Palestine. Do you get it? I'm always for the impoverished. Do you know what I mean? I'm always for the people that are being taken advantage of. I'm always for not the underdog, but like the people that are being done dirty. Do you know what I mean? Like, from me personally, and this is just me personally, and this is just my personal opinions, from when I see women and children, do you know what I mean? For me, it's a bit too far. I've seen a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of photos, I've seen a lot of reports on the whole scenario, and the indiscriminate K-words, yeah. And I mean, at this point, it's like indiscriminate but discriminate at the same time. For me, it's just too mad. But I understand everybody's got their own opinions, everybody's got their own beliefs, everybody's got their own kind of say on the matter. I'm just here to kind of look into why Gary Lineker actually quit the BBC. And I mean, we say quit, but I can imagine it was like, hey, if you don't quit, then we're gonna, do you know what I mean? Because when it comes to the anti-Semitism stuff, yeah, you lot know what happens in it. So I think this is the row that they're referring to. And I mean, I'll go over it, and when I say row, like, I don't think it's not like a row. Do you know what I mean? It's a little conversation, yeah? And it's with, I think he does BBC Radio or something. He's a presenter at the BBC. His name's Amol Rajan. And he's speaking with Gary Lineker, yeah? And Gary Lineker goes, what's going on there? Gaza, of course. The mass murder of thousands of children is something we should have an opinion on, 100,000,000%. And then Amol Rajan goes, the BBC needs to be impartial about it. Yeah? And then Gary Lineker goes, why? It needs to be factual. We're going to pause here. I think any television coverage that reports news, any company that reports news has I guess, I want to say a moral responsibility to always be factual. Like, you have to talk about the facts. Like, that's the whole point of reporting. You report on the facts as you know them. Don't get me wrong, things can develop, things can evolve, but it's your responsibility to the nation, yeah? Well, I'm saying nation because obviously BBC, British Broadcasting Company, to the nation to be factual, yeah? And then Amol Rajan goes, it needs to be impartial about conflict, doesn't it? Gary Lineker goes, it wasn't impartial about Ukraine and Russia. It wasn't. Nobody was. It wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It actually just wasn't. So far in this conversation, yeah, Gary Lineker's actually, at this point, he's not really sharing an opinion. he's kind of like stating it as it should be. Do you know what I mean? He's kind of stating facts. He's not really saying anything mad. Yeah. Amol Rajan goes, the Israeli position is that what's happening in Gaza is a response to the slaughter and capture of innocent Israelis on October the 7th. Which Gary Lineker goes, which was truly awful. Because it was. Hey, like I said, I'm against all slaughter. I don't pick and choose. I'm against all slaughter. Yeah? Amol Rajan goes, the context needs to be there. Great. Let's talk about context then. Because Gary Lineker goes, that's not the full context. It started way before October the 7th, doesn't it? And this is a block of the, I'm pretty sure you can go and watch more, but this is a block of the conversation, which I think has led to him quitting the BBC. Yeah. Now, I personally don't know what he said that anyone could say he's being anti-Semitic. I can't see it personally. I don't see it. But hey, maybe I'm blind. Do you know what I mean? But I don't see it. All he's doing is stating that the BBC has a responsibility to be factual, and then all he's doing is challenging what Amol is saying in regards to being impartial by stating the facts. It wasn't impartial about the Ukraine and Russia. It wasn't at all. Nobody was. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because Russia was doing a mad thing. And like I said, I'm against all slaughter. Russia's doing a mad thing. I won't lie. Putin, mad thing. Yeah? But it's the truth. Why can you not be impartial then, but now you want to be impartial? $1 million question, right? I think we all know the answer to the question. We all know the answer, right? But for this conversation, yeah, to be spun in such a way that now we won't be able to watch the World Cup with Gary Lineker presenting it on BBC, I'll tell you one thing for sure, I won't be watching the BBC coverage. I'll go watch, I don't know, someone else, ITV, whoever it is. I'm sure there's going to be loads of people doing coverage. Do you know what? I might actually just follow Gary Lineker to wherever he goes to, because he will cover it somewhere else. It's Gary Lineker. he is match of the day. Do you know what I mean? He is football in Britain. And I mean, I hate to say it because he played for Spurs, but he's football in the UK. He's pretty much synonymous with football coverage, especially the Premier League. Premier League, he's synonymous. Match of the day. Do you know what I mean? He's even got his own podcast now, and with Micah Richards and Alan Shearer, and it's a very good listen. It is a very good listen. He's also someone who's very balanced as well in the way that he speaks. Like, he doesn't really take he never really says anything mad either. Like, do you know there's people that you watch and you're like, yeah, they're idiots. He's not that guy. He's actually such a super blessed guy. So look, you know, we're never really gonna be able to get to the bottom of this one, because this has been going on for years and years and years and years and years, yeah, and it's kind of bubbled to the surface. It's like, it's old, like, you know, when you shake the Coke can and it's blowing up again. Do you know what I mean? But we're never gonna get to the bottom of it, because I'm not gonna go into the because in it, because the because will get, man, you get me, but all you, man, really need to know is I stay educated. Yeah? I stay educated. I know what's going on. Yeah? So all we're gonna say is free Palestine. All we're gonna say is Gary Lineker, I hope that you find somewhere else to do the coverage for the the World Cup, because I won't lie, part of enjoying the World Cup was watching your coverage on it. I won't lie. That's just me personally. I like him as a pundit. And yeah, it's just, I guess it's just a sad day for the world and a sad day for football that a conversation block like that has caused this to happen. So, look, like I said, yeah, I'm not the most educated on like the political stance or the political proceedings or the political element, or I guess the current political element involving the conflict. I don't know if to call it a conflict, but just for sake of not knowing a better word, everything that I understand comes from a spiritual, you get me? So, people, comments below, keep it respectful, obviously, because, you know, we're all entitled to our own beliefs, our own opinions and all of that, but talk about it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this, and yeah, I think that's what I really have to say on the mouth.